Imagine this, you are sipping into the plastic bottle right now, tossing on takeaway wrapper later today, and scrolling through your phone wrappers in its plastic case. Do you know that every single day the average person uses about 0.34 kilograms of plastic? That is like a small bag of sugar worth of plastic waste per person. Is like a person like the US, and globally we are over 430 million tons a year. And here is the shocking, most of end up polluting our water, turning our ocean into a toxic soap. Welcome to the water pollution, the problem with plastic. Do you know that every minute the equivalent of one garbage truck of plastic end up in our ocean? One garbage truck every minute. It's like the ocean is driving into plastic, and most of us barely even notice it in our daily lives. But what if I told you that this tiny piece of plastic in our toothpaste or in our snake's wrapper is actually part of much bigger, much more dangerous problem? Have you noticed that many people around you are suffering from lost hairs? In fact, another epidemic is spreading in our rural areas of India, and that is fluorosis, where people's teeth and bones are becoming weaker. And this is not a small number. More than 6 crore people are suffering with this disease. Water in India looks something like dirty. No one cares about this water pollution. Everyone thinks that our water is safe. No, nothing will happen to us. But the truth is, polluted water has a lot of health impacts, which brings our GDP down. Our people are sick and the country suffers. Why is India water so polluted? How deep is the impact of our small actions, and how you can get out of this big problem? You will know all this in today's video. If you are worried about your own and your family's health, then watch this video till the end, because we talk not only about problems but also about solutions. If even 1% of you become part of the solution, then together we can solve the problem of our water pollution and also improve our health. In every story there is a villain and a hero, but we all are the villains in this story. Don't worry, we will teach you how to become a hero from a villain by the end of this video. First, let's talk about plastic problem. How much do we actually use every day? Well, single-use plastic are everywhere. Bags, bottles, straws, packaging, you name it. Everything you don't think about, like toothpaste, tubes, cosmetics, and food wrappers, contain hidden plastics. Here is a mind-blowing state. The average person uses about 5 grams of plastic every day, just from the item they touch and eat. That is like eating a credit card every week without even realizing it. And the worst part, most of it plastic does not just vanish, it's polluted and eventually end up in our oceans. Why don't we notice? Because plastic is lightweight, durable, and everywhere, bending into our lives, and that is exactly why it's so dangerous. Okay, let's zoom out a little to our ocean. We are probably heard of microplastics, but what exactly are they? Microplastics are tiny plastic particles, often smaller than a grain of rice, that come from larger plastic items breaking down over time. Places like the Pacific garbage patch and the floating island of trash twice the size of Texas and the Indian Ocean are hotspots of plastic pollution. And it's not just insects, it's deadly. Fish, turtles, and seabirds, insects, and others eat these plastics, mistaking them for food. And when we eat seafood, guessing what? These plastics end up in our own bodies. A single teaspoon of microplastic can be found in every fish. Here is a quick data table on key ocean plastic. Pacific garbage patch 1.6 million square kilometer, 2 times Texas. The ocean cleanup. Global ocean plastic 5.25 trillion pieces, 11 million tons yearly. This isn't just a fish problem, it's ours. Microplastics show up in seafood, with 35% of fish containing them globally. through roughly might have zero point 0.1 pieces per gram. Drinking water up to 83% of tap water worldwide has been sample showing 19 to 1,000 particles per liter, mostly under 20 microns. The size that's split into blood and organ. Bottled water fares so no better. Chemicals like BPA and leaches out, linked to type 2 diabetes, reproductive issues like reduced sperm quality, cardiovascular disease, and even cancer. Nanoplastics can cross the bacteria of blood-brain barriers, seeming with metabolism and immunity. Now you might be thinking, yeah, I recycle. Isn't that enough? Here is the trash truth. Globally, over only about 9% of all plastic ever produced has been recycled. That is it. Most of it end up in landfills and which create toxic flames and greenhouse gas. So while recycling is important, it's not silver bullet. Throwing your plastic into recycling bin does not magically solve the problem. You need reduction, reuse, and alternatives, not just recycle. 99% of plastic recycled worldwide. And here is something people often forget. Water pollution isn't just plastic. Industrial waste, untreated wastewater, oil spills, and heavy metals all contained with plastic to worsen the problem. Imagine it's like a toxic cocktail. Each pollutant alone is harmful, but together they create an environment where marine life struggle to survive, ecosystem collapse, and human face the consequences too. The toll is brutal. 100 million marine animals die yearly from plastic by eating it, plus 1 million seabirds, turtles, bags for jellyfish, fish full of trash. Birds feeds plastic to young. Plastic cover 92% of studies one. It's even hit soil and freshwater, recycling back crops and up us. 100 million animals yearly die from microplastics. 1 in 3 marine mammals. Coronary disease risk 20 times with microplastics. 35 threatened fish species are there. So what you can do? The good news is solution exists. Reducing single-use plastic in the first step. Think reusable bags, bottles, and containers, or choose eco-friendly packaging and biodegradable materials. So companies are even developing plastic alternatives from cones and mushrooms. Even small changes add up, and it sent a strong message to industry that plastic is no longer acceptable. And on a personal level, there is so much you can do. Avoid bottled water, use filters, join local clean up drives, educate your friends and family about the dangers of plastic, and most importantly, pressure in companies and government to change policies. Remember, change starts with choices, and even small action can have a triple then great effect literally. So here is the bottom line. Plastic is everywhere, from your toothpaste to the fish you eat, but awareness is the first step. Each time you choose reusable or single use, each time you educate someone about plastic pollution, you are helping save our oceans, our health, and our planet. Let's take action, because small choices multiplied by millions of people can make a huge difference. Start today, and remember, the ocean isn't too big to save, and it's never too late to start. If you find this video helpful, thanks and thumb up, like it, and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next one.